Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here to start my collaboration with Carol Laws. We are both going to be using the Grungy Wallpaper digital download that's in my Etsy shop to make a journal. And we won't be exchanging them with each other like we did for the Sherlock journal. We're just going to each be making a journal and then you know, selling them, or whatever she decides to do with hers. I will be selling mine, but that way we get to see, you know, different ideas and variations on how different people use the kit. I think also Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals might be using it soon, and maybe Linda Handmade Iowa, I think she was going to make a journal. So yeah, just a fun little thing when we all use the same kit. So anyhow, this is the window envelope that we did together. So that's how I'm going to use it in this journal, as like an actual page of the journal. And then at this side, it will be more of a writing space. So anyways, that's what we're doing. But I thought I need to make a cover. I have my pages together, as you can see, for my signature. It's going to be one signature, and it's ledger style, so it's long. Yes. Yes, it's very long. But anyway, that's what we're going to start with, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Just real quick before I forget, I had some questions about the envelope that's in the kit. I know it's confusing because I did not, this is totally my fault, I didn't put the lines on the envelope, so some people didn't know what it was, which I understand, because it could be like a long pocket this way or whatever. But anyways, it's just like a standard envelope. This is the point of the envelope that folds down this way, and maybe and then, you know, that flap folds in and the two side flaps fold in. So you're just making a rectangle. So if you score from corner to corner, then you'll get that. And I just drew on this one so you could see. I'll print out another one and score it and all that. But anyways, I just wanted you to see that in case you weren't sure what in the world I had going on there. That's what it was. And I didn't label it. I'm horrible about that. You know, so many what do you call it, digital artists do such a great job with all of that part of it, and that is not my strong suit, the whole you know, labeling the pages and doing all that. Anyhow, I got this paper from Etsy. It's Wllpaper, and I have since coffee dyed it. It is coffee that I used on here. Just to kind of grungy it up in some spots. You can kind of see it is a shiny, they're all, you know, kind of shiny, which wallpaper is, just so that you can wipe it off and stuff like that. But it does stick pretty good, and I will be using some matte medium on it as well. But I've just taken all these pages, and I will leave in the description box below, which I forgot to do on yesterday's video, but I will do that, where I got this. So yeah, I will definitely do that so that you guys can see if you're interested. She has different ones. I don't, you know, like, I doubt you're going to get the exact same set that I got, but I'm sure she has like similar colors, and you might even get some of the same wallpapers. But anyway, so we're going to use that on this. And what this is those big rolls of painter's masking paper. This is the craft version, but you can often get it in different colors. I've glued together 4 layers of this, and it really feels like those flat mailers, you know, the rigid mailers. That's about what it feels like, as far as, I don't know if you'd say consistency, but that's the feel of it. It's nice and thick, and I think it'll make a nice journal cover. Very substantial. Like, I don't feel like it's going to fall apart at all. And you could do the same thing using like grocery bags. If you get craft grocery bags, is about what the consistency of my paper is. Hold on just a second. I should have brought it closer, but I didn't. But anyways, it feels like brown paper bag. It's not the super thin one. They also make a super thin one of these, but this one, to me, feels exactly like what they make grocery bags out of. It's a little bit thicker. And I did 4 layers, like I said, and I glued them together with matte gel. So it came out very, I don't know what you'd call it, like strong, tough, whatever. But anyways, what we're going to do is collage this wallpaper on there. Sorry, my brain is, woo. Oh, need to say, hugs and blessings to Donna L. Daily Dose of Paper, only because I can't say your name. Is it Mochteld? Did I say that right? I apologize if I butchered it. That is a hard one for me. And then Black Coffee and Wildflowers. Also, thank you for your wonderful, lovely comments. And just always your kindness and watching and following. And yeah, super fun, kind, wonderful ladies. So thank you. I try to always remember people's names and all of that, but sometimes I'm not so good at always remembering it. It can be difficult. You know what? I should probably put something around the spine, huh? Just thought of that. How do I want to do that? I was just going to start collaging, but I think I do need to do. And when you fold it, you get that, like, you know, spine pucker or whatever you would want to call it. This actually would probably work pretty well. So I think I will tear that. I might want to put it over the top, though, so I might wait on that piece. I'm going to start with something else. And I'm just going to collage these pieces wherever and however I feel like. Whatever comes. And it'll just be what it is. Right? So how are you guys all doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. Yeah, I love doing these collaborations with Carol. Well, I just love her work, period. So, like, whenever she feels like doing a collaboration with me, I'm just very excited because she just does the coolest things. It is amazing, though, how we both, and you'll probably hear her say the same thing, but we tend to make very similar things, very different, but similar pieces, and it's kind of crazy, like, how we do that. I don't know how we do that. I need to tear this a little straighter. You kind of do want it straighter wherever it hits those corners, if you know what I mean, because otherwise it'll end up looking kind of weird. I think I am going to ink this. I'm not as worried about the other side, but the side that goes up in the corner here, I want it to be, you know, fairly straight. And I'm just going to go straight across the spine there, and then this piece can go over, and that'll be fine. I'll tear it at the top, but we're going to ink the edges because this is going to be Grungy Wallpaper. Right? I wish I had, like, wouldn't it be so cool to have like some Victorian wallpaper? But yeah, but this is great. This will work great. I'm thinking a lot of these are probably from like the 80s and stuff. But it'll be fantastic. And like I said, I'm going to add, I might do a little sanding and some, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, why can't I think? Gesso. Yeesh. Do I want to use that, or what do I want to use to glue this down? Maybe I will use my matte gel. I want to make sure it all sticks down really well, so I think that's probably my best bet. I'm going to move these out of the way so I don't get them all gunked up. We're just going to use our glue book. And all I'm doing is putting my matte gel on the back of this. The backs are very cool. I'm like, maybe I just want to use the back on some parts. I don't know. But anyway, I like it. I like it. I mean, you could do the same thing probably with some coffee dyed paper or something. And I might add some other bits of papers. Don't know yet. This is all just the start of this. So we're just going to see what we get. And this is the first time I've done a cover out of this packing paper or painter's paper, whatever it's called. And I'm not going to worry a whole lot about like going over the edges. You definitely could, because I don't feel like that's an awful edge. Like, it's not anything that is weird to see. And I'm going to kind of go right up on this spine thing, and hopefully it'll take it okay and not look weird. What we're hoping for, not looking weird, is always good. We don't want any looking weird. Yeah, matte gel I prefer over Mod Podge, but you can use Mod Podge. It's all personal preference. Like all the glue things, it's all whatever makes you happy. Because glue is a very... You just got to find the one you like. I don't know what else I can say about that. It just is. I'm going to put a little extra in here because for some reason this is not wanting to stick very well. So we're going to try to force the issue. Good at that. And then wherever your matte gel isn't sticking, just add a little glue. Okay. And then you can always go back later and add what you need, like right here. I am notorious for not getting my corners, and I know that, so I always check them. It's hard to get every little speck. I think that'll work well. Okay, I should probably, yeah, see, now I messed this up. So that matte gel is not wanting to stick, so we may end up just using glue. Alrighty then. That is weird. I've never had that happen before. Usually that sticks like crazy. It might just be because this is so porous. Like, paper bag is just very, just like sucks it up. I'm assuming. Anyway. Need more. So we'll put more. Don't close it until it dries. That's what I just learned. And I know that, but you know, sometimes I gotta try it. Just gotta test it. So this probably isn't going to be super duper exciting, but I'm hoping that it'll at least be sort of informative, like helpful. I hope. And of course, feel free to fast forward. I have no issues if you do that. I probably won't even know, right? So you can see the end result. But if you are interested and want to hang out with me, that's very kind of you. Oh goodness, what is the dealio here? Had a good night last night. My son came for dinner. That, of course, just makes me so happy. Because he can do that. He got off work, came and had dinner, and then, you know, hung out for a bit, and then went out with friends. So that was, it's just good to have him around. I'm a dork, I know. But I think most of you get me. That's just the way I am. Oh, and my daughter got the job. I think I said that already, but she starts this weekend, so yay. So glad. She just needed a little extra. That's the only problem with the jobs with the university. I mean, it's wonderful that she got a job with the university because that makes it easier. She's right there. But they don't pay very much. And she really can't pay her rent on what they pay. So, yeah, I had to get another one. But she did, so that's good. At first they were talking about they wouldn't be able to hire her or, you know, have her start until February. And she was a little worried about that. But they're starting her. So yay. And it's an art museum, so that's kind of a cool thing for her. And she'll enjoy that. Kind of a, sorry, I just shook everything. Quiet sort of job, you know what I mean? Like not super loud and crazy. So I think she'll like that. I mean, it gets busy, and of course there's people around, but they're just, generally, they don't get crazy loud like restaurants and those kind of places can get. So I think it's good. That'll work. I'm going to go through a lot of paper doing this. Trying to get as much as I can just in the middle. I guess I could do what Rachel does and put glue around the edges. That might work. I still slop it all over the place. I guess it doesn't matter. It's so foggy today. Oh my goodness. It's like you'd think we were living on the ocean or something around here. I'm going to use this. We do have a lake very close, and that does have an impact, of course, but it's just foggy today. That is not wanting to stick very well. I've never worked with wallpaper, as you can tell. I've never even put wallpaper on a wall, so I'm sure there's tips you guys could give me if you have done that. That has never been something I've been into. Paint, yes. My father-in-law used to wallpaper, but he passed away, you know, fairly young, and so, I mean, I knew him, but I never, like, had a house where that was something he could show me, you know what I'm saying? And my dad did not like wallpaper. I think it's all what you like, I mean, obviously, but I think my dad just didn't like, taking it down was really because we lived in an old Victorian house, and he did, you know, redid the whole inside of it, and it had wallpaper on the walls, and I think taking all that down and stuff just sort of, he's like, never putting that back up again. Never gonna do it. Which is understandable, because it is not fun. From what I can tell, what I have seen can be a lot of work. I'm doing all different sizes. You can choose to do, like, if you do something like this, you could do this with paper. It doesn't have to be wallpaper. I just thought that would be fun. But you can just use paper and choose if you want, like, all different sizes like I'm doing, or you can do all small or you know, big pieces, however aesthetically it pleases you. Yes, it's very, very quiet in here today. Peaceful. It does help to have a paper towel handy dandy. And of course, you don't even have to cover this cover. You could add a little Tim Holtz color to it. And it would be fun, but this was what I intended to do, so it's what I'm going to do. I just need another piece here, but I think that will definitely work. I'll tear it up here. Let's have a piece of this. Yeah, I'm sure somebody is laughing at me because I'm probably doing this wallpaper thing all wrong, but that's okay. Don't have wallpaper paste or anything like that, so no, that was not good. I ripped that wonky donkey, so I'm going to save that piece and get another one because I really want it long enough. That's the important thing. Try to rip it straight this time. Still kind of got a little extra on that corner. It really wants to rip sideways like that. I mean, I'm sure it's mostly user error, obviously, but what are you gonna do, right? Okay, now I'll just rip a tiny bit from up here. And I don't really care how that part rips. It can rip crooked, that's fine. And if it hangs over like it's going to in that corner, because I still didn't get it straight, I'll just trim it. And put a little extra, because you can see the distress on this piece. Maybe matte gel and wallpaper just don't get along. I don't know. It seems to be better now that I'm putting a little more. It's probably just me not putting enough. Sorry, I just really want to get it straight as I possibly can on there. I just wiped off all my distress. I don't know what I'm going to do on the inside. I might just do like old newspaper or dictionary or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I think that would be kind of cool because I know, fun fact, another thing with the old Victorian house, they didn't have insulation as we have it now. So they would take old newspapers or just any paper they could find that was hanging around, hanging around, and put it under their wallpaper for insulation. So yeah, that was another thing my dad had to deal with when he was remodeling that house, was all the, I wish I had all that now, but I was just a little kid when that was going on. But anyhow, yeah, it was all, no, it just doesn't want to stick in some spots. All old newspaper and whatever kind of paper they could find to put under the wallpaper for insulation. Kids today just have no idea. They really don't. Mine included. I'm not saying. It's just because it's so different. Everything's just so different, even from when I was a kid. I'm just going to need a little something here because this, yeah, I just need a little bit of, maybe I'll use that one again. Where's, oh, I'm like, there should be another little piece. There is. Do I want to tear? I'm just going to tear a tiny bit. I don't know what I'll put on the front of this or anything. I really have not thought through all that. I have a whole bunch of ephemera simply from, I don't know, projects that I've done lately. So I'll have a lot to put in there, and it probably isn't going to take me very long. But I don't know what else I'm going to do to the cover. I guess it'll depend on what it looks like when this is all done, like what it'll need or not need. So to speak. Get it down a little. Sorry, I know I'm kind of off. This is hard because it's so long, but I wanted you guys to see, if you wanted to see, you know, a cover. This is a pretty easy one, I feel like. Not too, I mean, the hardest part was probably doing messing with a giant roll of paper to get it down to a certain size. Basically what I did, I'll try to make it a little easier for you, is kind of just cut off a manageable amount and folded it in half and did the matte gel, and then let that dry. And then luckily I had a large enough piece, I folded it in half again, you know, to get the 4 layers. Oops, I didn't want to do that. But you could also cut, if you can, cut it to the size you want and then just layer them on top of each other. It's just, they're never going to meet totally up on the edges. So make it a little bigger than what you need, because that way you can just get it all glued together and then cut it to the size that you need and get nice straight edges and all that kind of stuff. If you're like me, because I can't ever get anything glued quite straight or whatever. So yeah, so that's just a tip. Just think about, just make it a little bigger. Much like when you're using fabric for stuff, right? You don't want to cut it to the exact size because you need to fold it here and, you know, do this and that and the other thing. And you want to make sure that you have enough fabric. It's pretty much the same thing with journal covers. Always make them just a touch bigger so that you've got wiggle room and you can cut it to the size you want it. I mean, yeah, it does waste a little bit, but I feel like it's better than wasting the whole thing because it doesn't fit. So but however you choose to get your 4 sheets and glue them together, that's just how I did it. All I can smell is coffee. It's so crazy when you coffee dye stuff, how much that smell like permeates it. And because this is on the spine, I think I may go ahead and add a little extra glue here, since it didn't really want to stick on that other piece, especially where this quote-unquote spine is. Okay. So it'll be over the top here and underneath on the back, but it doesn't matter. As long as it's all covered up. Oh my goodness, sticky. This is a bone folder. I mean, obviously I'm not using it for the right thing, but something to note, you can, what do I do with my paper towel? You can just wash them in warm water and they come totally clean again because they're just plastic. So that's one good thing. Because this is bone folder too. Words. And it works fine to use and then wash. Or don't wash, no. I just washed this one not that long ago, but it gets gooped up fast with the ink. That little edge. And you probably will have to go and do stuff like this because it never, like I said, glues down 100% at every edge. So it can be a little time consuming, but if you want it done well, then you just got to take the time and do it. Because that's how it is. And I did smooth and flatten this, but it is a little ripply. I think it's all right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. What direction. So this group of wallpapers just came with a mix. And I mean, you know, she shows a picture basically of what ones are in there, or a sampling of what's in there. And then you just can order. But I don't know if there's any more. Oh my gosh, why can I not rip this stuff straight? I don't know if there's any more exactly like these, but there's other ones, same sort of color way, so. Just does not want to rip straight for anything. Oh, did I not? No, I ripped that. It's just very clean cut down there. This is awful. Okay, we don't want those right next to each other. I know that. Over here, maybe. Maybe I do want this over here. I'm just all over the place today. There is no order, though, with these. You just do them how you feel like doing it. Like I said, big pieces, small pieces, whatever. You decide. I'm curious to see what Carol does. I will get to see her video before mine goes up because her midnight is different than my midnight. We are across the ocean from each other, so. I feel so bad for her because she's been so sick. Her and her hubby. It's no fun. So yeah, I do have some old newspaper I might use. It's not anywhere near Victorian, so I'll probably just use the word part and not the pictures. Or I might, oh, you know what I could use? my Sears, my old Sears Roebuck. That's what I'll use because they're reproductions, but they look like the old Victorian look. So I think I'll do that. That will work. And we'll put some corners, some Tim Holtz corners on it. And it'll be all set. See, that one's sticking fine. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is with this wallpaper. Don't get globs of glue under there. That would help. Or maybe that's what's helping it stick. Because I got carried away. Okay. There's that. And what do we want? We could have this up here. I want that up there. Sure. Why not? I'm very happy because most of our sweets and garbage from Christmas are gone. I am the worst. I cannot have that stuff in the house because I will eat it. It's awful. Why is this not... I'm going to have to turn it this way, I think, and just trim it because it's being difficult. Difficult. Yeah, that stuff around is just not good. I normally try not to buy very much of that because, like I said, I'm here all day. And it's fun to have a treat, but I can't stay out of it. So... it needs to go bye-bye. Put my apron on and everything today because I knew I would get this all over myself. I usually don't do that, but lovely, right? Getting those edges to stick now. The good thing about this stuff is it's matte, so it won't, I mean, the wallpaper's a little shiny, but it will dry, you know, matte, so that's wonderful because I don't want it to be anything otherwise. Could go this way. These, maybe both of these, because one is too skinny. We could keep that burgundy sort of line there, if my shaky hand will let me. This one rips well, like it, that one, that got kind of goofy, but like it just rips well. That one does not. There's like a difference. It would help if I was on a flat surface too, but of course, why would I do that? That's just goofy. Wouldn't want to make it easy on ourselves, would we? You guys are like, hey, don't get me mixed up in this. Oh, come on. Probably what you've been yelling at me the whole time. Put your ruler on your flat table. Yeah, I know. Can't be bothered with it. This is getting some kind of sticky, this paper towel. Oh, I just got a new one out. I'm using the sticky one again. Woo! You stay here. Oopsie. See? We're having issues. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, we're going to find out tomorrow, huh, when it's all dry. Later today, whenever. So yeah, that's why I did my color combo yesterday. I'll probably mostly do it on Friday, like I was doing, just because that seems to work out well. But this was the day Carol and I decided to start our journals. So it got pushed up today, which is totally fine. I don't think I want, I think I'm going to use this. Struggling with words and thinking all at the same time here. It's not working. I don't want a whole huge piece. Use a bit of the green again on the bottom. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can make a mess like nobody's business, let me tell you. I have 50 book pages glued together. I think this is why I don't use matte medium a 10, because I am a disaster when it comes to this kind of glue. I like it when it's a little bit more under control. I love it. It works well. Well, most of the time. But I just can't stand it when it's everywhere. Yeah, I just have these rolls of this paper, and I do use it to wrap gifts with, so I definitely use it, but I'm just like, I could just make a journal out of that, a cover out of that. So I think it's going to work fine. It seems to be sturdy. I ink that, and then I go and put glue all over it and wipe all the ink off. It's all right. We're going to do some other stuff to it too, so it'll get grunged. And the coffee's still on there. You're being difficult. All right. Oh, we don't have any of the dark green either. Well, I want this piece. Maybe I'll do a piece of this and a piece of that. I think I'm just going to kind of do like that. Because I want to. Yeah, and I would definitely, if you do something like this, let it dry overnight. Just because you don't want to, it's not worth getting a weird bubble in it or something like that just because you can't wait to see it, which I totally understand, but you'll be happier if you just let it dry flat. And then play with it, right? Okay, and then we'll do a piece of the darker here. I should have put some darker up there to, you know, do the thing, but oh well. It's done now. It's a done deal. I can always add a little piece up there if it really bugs me, which it might. Who knows? Does it go this way? I think. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just gonna go whichever way I put it on there. That might be the trick. Turn it over so it's not sliding on your ruler. I think that's the trick. I figured it out with the last piece. You can congratulate me now. Ay, ay, ay. Somebody's probably been yelling at that the whole time. I'm sorry. A little slow on the uptake sometimes. It all works out somehow. I think it goes the other way, but it's going this way because that's why I have it over there. That is the tricky part sometimes with wallpaper. Can't always tell what way it's supposed to go. I think I do need to just put one of those little pieces up there because I think it's going to bug me. You probably knew that, but it's fine. I'm going to do a skinny one. I need to put this in my glue or we're going to have issues later. I'll just do something like that. I hope the sun breaks out. Oh, it looks like it's starting to. Man, it was foggy this morning. It rained most of the night too. But then obviously once the rain stopped, the fog rolled in. Cold, real cold. I'm actually surprised we didn't end up with snow on the ground this morning, but it didn't come, so. Sorry, it was covering the flower. Why do you gotta be like this? Oh, come on. It's so slippery. Okay. Wow. That was considerably more difficult than I imagined. Okay. So I do want to put some gesso on here. I'm going to take this out and wipe it off so that that doesn't dry out. I know I probably should go over the whole thing with the mat, but I want to do this part first and see what I think. I think the gesso will obviously help too, sticking everything together. I don't want like super thick gesso, so I'm going to use it. And I just use Liquitex gesso. Nothing earth shaking. I'm actually going to use my little spreader because I can wash it, even though I love it. But that's kind of what it's for, so I should have put it on the other side. Oh well, we're going with it. This is all play because I have no idea what we're going to end up with. Might be great, might be a disaster. We'll find out. It'll cut the shine, that's for sure. I want that kind of, I like that look where it sort of almost looks like plaster or something. And it's getting all the, picking up the ink so it's changed colors. You need to get stuff down. That really like covered this so much you can't even see the design. That's just water. If you're wondering what in the world I'm doing, since I'm not speaking for some reason. Okay, I think I'll get this dry, and then I'll come back because, oh my gosh, it's already been 53 minutes. I want to do some inking to it and let you see that. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and we are dry, and I'm just going to try a few things, but I may just stop and then I will revisit this at another time. But anyhow, this is just walnut stain because, like I said, I'm going grungy. Of course, you do you do it the way you like to do it. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. That's just how I want it. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. The sun came out though, so fabulous day. I'm sure you can see it's just getting brighter and brighter. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to do some sanding, but I'm also going to add just a bit of water to that, some like water spots to the distress oxide because it will oxidize. I know you probably can't see every bit, but there's that. And then we're going to take, actually, do I want to kind of going all over because I've never done this, so I don't even know. This is just some regular old sandpaper. I don't even know. 100 grit, I guess, is what that is. Just whatever sandpaper you have will work fine. Some spots I'm going to do more than others. So sorry. Having the worst time with like congestion in my ears and all of that. So I have a doctor's appointment next week. Hopefully we can figure out what on earth is going on. This is probably going to be a multi-stage sort of thing, so I may just let you guys go and then you'll see it. But this is what I'm going to do, is just keep sanding and adding things, whether it be gesso or ink, until I get it the way I want it. Just kind of taking away, you know, some of the color on the wallpaper, obviously. Which I want. Just adds to that whole thing. Lots of dusties. Oh, I know what I can use for that. My little cat. It's a vacuum. Ah, yes. That is a wonderful thing. When you're doing stuff like this, because you don't really want to breathe all that if you don't have to, obviously. I got that on Amazon, just a little vacuum. You can get them, you know, ladybugs and all kinds of things. But that's my little crafty cat. I know, I added that ink and then I went and sanded it all off, but it's alright. It's like I said, it's going to go in stages. Because I want it to get all old looking. So I'm just going to kind of bring it in so you can see we're just aging it all. We're just kind of distressing it all. And I'm just going to keep going. And then the next time I see you on Monday, actually it'll probably be Tuesday because Monday is the 50 stack challenge, then I'll, you know, show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm going to add a little bit of vintage photo, just splatters of it. I'm not going to spray it probably because it covers so much, but just some little splatters of it, and play with some water and do some more sanding and do some more inking. May add a little more gesso. I don't know, but I'm just going to keep playing with that. But this is where we're at. On the inside, we're going to use the Sears and Roebuck, the remake catalogs, and I will film that as well. So I will be back. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a fantastic weekend. I love ya. Bye-bye.